Hey, what is up, everybody? Can you guys hear me okay? Can you guys hear me okay? Let me know if you guys can hear me okay in the comment section or the live chat section. John Young, welcome back. Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. All right. Is the volume okay? Does it need to be louder or is it okay? All right, good. Gregory King showing up again. Appreciate you guys showing up. Let's see here. Let's give a few minutes for other people to join in. I just sent out a blast too to let everyone know that we are live. We're going to cover a couple new trade lines today, or this evening, I should say. All right, you guys just bear with me here. Just want to. So we're going to go over today. This evening. We're going to be going over the Wayfair No PG Business Credit Card. It's a good trade line to have. We're going to cover the Dell Business Line of Credit, No PG as well. Great trade line to have, especially if you're trying to get no PG business auto loans. And we're going to be going over a few others. And let's see here. So just going to wait maybe one more minute and then we'll get started. Okay. If you guys have any questions at all, business or personal or credit related, put it in the comment section or the live chat section, and I will get those answered as always. I'm trying to mix things up for you guys a little bit. How many of you guys need business gas cards? And what type of cards do you want me to talk about? John Young, hello. John, appreciate you tuning in. Gregory, appreciate you tuning in. Mike, sir, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Braz211, what's up? Hey, Josh, just wanted to take the time out and say you're great, and I'm so happy to hear you're doing and feeling much better. Thank you. Appreciate that so much. It means a lot to me. Yes, I'm better than I have been in a couple of years, medical-wise, health-wise. All right, bear with me. Let me get my gas cards together so I can go through. I have so many here, different cards. I'm going to go through them because there's just way too many for me to give you guys advice without actually looking at them because there's too many. And we'll kind of rank them when it comes to gas cards. We'll kind of rank them. So then you guys can decide what you want to go and apply for, because you don't want to get as many gas cards as I got. I got almost every gas card out there for the most part. And you don't want to do that because you can actually get shut down with some of them because a lot of them are under the same underwriters. But some of these gas cards you can actually convert into, graduate into regular credit cards, and you get 45 to 60 days to pay back. So that's, definitely helpful. Again, I'm going through them here. Bear with me. I'm only halfway through the stack, so bear with me. I know one of you guys mentioned the other day or earlier about the Shell gas station gas card. We'll talk about that as well. Okay, that's half of one stack. Thank you guys for being patient. I just want to give you guys the full correct advice. There's I think I got 15 different gas cards, and I don't want to tell you guys to get one over another without me giving you guys a clear breakdown on them. But that's something I haven't covered in a while was gas cards. So, and they're pretty easy trade lines to get. So definitely good to get. And I have other ones too. I don't think they're all right here because I put some in the sock drawer if I don't ever use them. We'll cover about that card too. The Best Buy card, we'll touch on that a little bit. Hang on. I know you guys want you guys to be getting all the correct information. I see some of you guys have dropping out, but I'm trying fast as I can. All right, well, I think that's a good start, the ones I have here. Let me go ahead and pull up the websites too. Citibank has gas cards, but you need to be in business 3 years to get approved. I don't really promote Citibank too much. And then what's this one? Works gas cards. Okay. And then there's one more. Coast Pay. I mean, there's several other ones out there too, but these are just ones I'm kind of going to cover right now. All right, first I'll cover the ones that are going to be underwritten through FleetCor. Okay. The FleetCor cards you can get them graduated to where you'd be able to charge anything. It's like an open-end credit card or charge card. Okay, so I'll tell you how you go about getting those as well. And they pull Experian as well. All right. So all this is pretty much all FleetCor USA, FleetCor's cards. So these are Fuelman. So everyone knows about, or a lot of you guys should know about the Fuelman card. This is a MasterCard and it says Fleet here. Let me find so you guys can see the difference in the other one that I have. Just so you guys know like how it graduates, because I know a lot of you guys are probably interested into it graduating, right? I don't know where it's at here. I have too many here. Okay. So see how it says on the side, it says fleet, and then how this one says multi. It's going to zoom in there. There it says multi. So if it graduates, they'll send you new cards and it says multi. Multi means it can be used for anything at all. Can be charged for anything. Something flying on me. So the multi, you want to get that. How you go about getting that is use it. Say you get a $2,000 limit or a $5,000 limit. Charge at least 70% and pay your bills on time for 3 months, and then they will send you a mailer. It's like a hair on me. You'll get letter in the mail, and your sales rep will probably reach out to you as well and say that you qualify to graduate to the multi-card. They offer that with the Speedway Super Fleet. I believe it's now 7-Eleven. So Fuelman is going to be the one that's going to be the best one to go ahead and get overall. So these are all underwritten through. Okay, so you got the BP. This cannot really graduate. That's just only at the BP gas stations. You get higher discounts if you fuel up just at BP. Then you have the BP Business Solutions. So this one is also a MasterCard. Okay. This one can graduate. I don't think mine ever graduated. No, it did graduate. I take that back, I believe. It did graduate, but it wasn't a super high limit. And then there's the Universal Premium Card. That one is, I'm not sure. I don't think that one can graduate. I know this one can, but I think now it's under 7-Eleven. And then you got your Fuelman. So let's go over those real quick. They're all underwritten through FleetCor. Okay, so they have different ones like the Enterprise Plan, Pro Plan, Mix Fleet Card. Just if you're going to apply for one, just get the standard basic one for the time being. And then there's, if it depends where you're at, because so there's where you're located geographically at. So if you're located, say, on the West Coast, I think that's where ARCO is, you would want to get that one. But if you're on the East Coast, then you would apply for the BP one, the BP Business Solutions. Always go after the one with the MasterCard because you're going to have a higher chance for it to graduate. Okay. Then there's like Casey's, it's more Midwest. Comdata, that's going to be a PG. Now, keep in mind, some of these can be PG. We'll get into that here in a moment. All right. Corpay can be used for anything, but I don't really. There's a lot of bad reviews. I used to promote them, but there's a lot of bad reviews about the Corpay card. Okay, see, here you go. This is the, like I just said about 7-Eleven. I don't have this card because that's the Speedway one. I might have it in my mail in the States, but they might have changed it. But you can see here it says Speedway. So this is for just diesel only, and this is for the commercial fleet. So you might want to just go ahead and get the regular commercial fleet one. That one I would go ahead and apply for. That's a good one. Or if BP, I would say BP. But that's pretty much it when it comes to Fuelman. I mean, FleetCor. Now let's go over to the application. I'm going to show you guys about the application and the application data points on what you need to get approved. So let me see here. Apply. Okay. So all the applications are going to be the same. So you're going to see it's underwritten through FleetCor. It says at the bottom. You might want to go ahead and lock your Experian personal credit profile because that's who they likely will pull through. A lot of times it is going to be PG nowadays, but you can get around them actually pulling your personal credit if you lock your Experian personal credit. If you have a strong Experian business credit profile, you can kind of get that a workaround. But let's just put in here. See if mine comes up, the other one. See, when you put in the zip code, okay, so you can see right here, it pre-populated. It says we found one or more of your businesses based on the information you provided. Is this one of these yours? So it shows ones that are similar. That is mine, Get Business Credit LLC. That's how you know it's being pulled through Experian in the back end. That's how it's operating on the code side of things. Their algorithm, it's pulling that with LexisNexis data that's been provided by Experian. So you want to make sure that all the information matches up to your Experian business credit profile, just like here. Don't make any mistakes. Make sure it's word for word, exactly the same address, how it's spelled out, abbreviated, all that, phone number, all that. Okay. Um, then you're going to put in, say, your information. I'm just going to put whatever. 3 vehicles. I'm authorized of the business owner. Continue. So then it's going to go into, it's going to say confirmed entire address. That's because it's already confirmed with that data that they actually pulled. Okay. It might ask you for, I think it does ask you for the Social Security because it is required by federal law due to the Patriot Act. Okay. Since 9/11. How it says right here, override address, unable to verify address. So if it doesn't show this green checkbox, then you're going to have to hit override. But no need to do that because it's already been verified. So that's the first step with FleetCor, any FleetCor underwritten cards. You want to get that passed first. If your business does not show up and it's not correct, I wouldn't even apply. That first page, if it doesn't show up, don't even apply because the chances are you're probably not going to get approved or it's going to be have to go through a manual approval process, not so much of an automated one. So you just want to make sure your Experian data is matching. And if you're a brand new business, like a month old, you might need to wait a month or two to have that show up. Okay. So, and the rest of the application is pretty much self-explanatory. After you put in this information, it's going to ask you a little bit more about your personal information and then hit continue. And just because it doesn't give you an automatic approval does not mean that you won't get approved. It's just they need to have a manual review on it. Okay. So let's just do a recap real quick on that before I go over the other ones. So, like I said, your options pretty much are the 7-Eleven, normal MasterCard, commercial fleet MasterCard, or the Fuelman MasterCard. This is the standard one. Okay. And then you have like the Arco and then the BP. So overall, I would go with one of those. If you want to go across the board, I would say 7-Eleven is a good one to get, and the Fuelman MasterCard, both of them being MasterCard. Don't apply for both of them back to back. If you want to get two, don't try to get like I got all of these. Don't do it because you'll get your accounts all shut down. What you want to do is get approved for one, get in good relationship with them, pay your bills for about 1 or 2 months, and then apply for another one that's underwritten through them. So if you get the 7-Eleven first, or you get the Fuelman one first, then wait a month or two after you use it a little bit, and then apply for the other one, and you should get approved. Okay. And usually the second time you get the second card, it's going to be a very high limit compared to the first one. The first one's usually going to be, 3 to 5,000. And they offer a secured card too, where they match your deposit. If you do like say 500, then they'll give you like 1,500 credit limit. And it's typically like a net 30 or net 21. And keep in mind, you want to build up that relationship with FleetCor because after about 2 to 3 months, you can graduate to open-end MasterCard. Excuse me, open-end MasterCard. All right. So, but to get approved for them, I would just tell you, you need to have, I would say, at least 3 to 5 trade lines reporting. Time of business, obviously with everything, like anything, the longer in business, the better. But I got approved, I think, after 3 to 4 months being in business. And then I went back to back on all of them. Okay. So that kind of covers that. And they report to, like clockwork, the first week of every month, they report to Experian, all FleetCor or FleetCor cards, all FleetCor cards. Now, if you're just starting off, you could get this card. It's like a net 3. All right. It's like a net 3 card. Basically, you got 3 days, and you can literally get approved the same day. You do have to connect to your business bank account or your personal bank account to be able to get approved because they do auto draw. But this does get reported to Dun & Bradstreet, so it can help you. kind of get in the door. So if you're brand new, I would start with this one. Okay, it may only be an $800 or $1,500 limit, but it's going to help you build up your business credit. Okay, that's pretty much a guaranteed approval. Then there's CoastPay. This one, they actually allow you to do more than, so it's a Visa, but it's actually, you can do virtual cards with it. You can pay for, like, say, car washes, parking, hotels, accommodation, food, maintenance, and the fuel. Okay. It's no personal guarantee, as you can see here. Visa accepted, rebates and cash back. So it goes into an application, but what I would say what you need to have is what they're probably going to be looking at more than anything is your business income. So as long as you have business revenue coming in, you should be able to get approved. Okay. So it's a fintech card, it's a fintech company, and they are net 30 days. So it could be actually up to 45 days if you time it right. When you charge it or use it, you got 30 to 45 days to pay back. Okay. I'm not even going to cover this one because they've really disappointed me. That's ADB. I'm not even going to cover that. They've got strict, but they kind of got, they're a fintech company. I helped launch them and back a couple of years ago, and they kind of got a big head on themselves, kind of being arrogant and stuff. So, and the customer service isn't that great. Okay. Next one we're going to cover is going to be the Shell. Okay. This is the Shell card that I have, the Fleet Plus. I have a $10,000 limit. I've only used it very little. It's going to be reported to Experian Business Credit. If you don't use it and don't spend a certain amount, I don't know the exact amount, but I think you need to be spending at least $500 a month for it to report, and you have to do that for 3 months consecutively. But it reports to Dun & Bradstreet every month. It does have to be paid back in 30 days. It's a net 30 account. It can only be used for gas, though. Just so you know, it's a gas only. And you can use it also for like Jiffy Lube, oil changes, stuff like that. All right. Then you got the WEX card. That's this one, the WEX Fleet card. Well, let me back up. The Shell, that one, you necessarily don't have to PG. It might have changed in the last year, but when I did it, I didn't have to PG. But I heard they're requiring more people to PG now. Anytime you deal with an account rep at WEX, tell them that you really don't want to PG because you want to keep things separate and you don't want anything affecting your personal credit, So don't just say, I don't want PG, because then it's going to be kind of sound like you're not going to pay them back or whatever. All right. Let's see here. Select your fleet card. So most of you guys are probably going to be small businesses. So as you can see here, that's this card here. That's going to be a better one to get than some of these other ones. Like some of these other ones are harder to get. It says contact us. There's the 7-Eleven Speedway. This is underwritten through WEX. I wouldn't advise getting this one, even if you like 7-Eleven or Speedway, because you can't graduate it. No WEX card can be graduated because it's only for their payment network with WEX. But they got like Chevron. Some of these, like Chevron, is actually underwritten through Citibank. Not here, but there's a business fleet card with Citibank, but you have to be in business 3 years. It's a good one if you can get it. It's a good one to get because it reports to Experian, but you have to be in business over 3 years and have to have decent business credit built up. So for the most part, I wouldn't even get most of these unless they actually make sense for you. Depends on your situation, and where you live and what makes sense for you. Okay. As you can see, the one that I covered the other day, it looks identical. Let me see here. As you can see, this card right here looks almost identical to that, right? But it's not. This is underwritten through Synchrony. Okay. This is the only no PG revolving business line of credit gas card. It can only be used for gas though. It has no, it's almost identical, but it doesn't say WEX on it. Okay. It's separate. It's a different one. It's revolving. This is going to be a net 30. So, I mean, it all depends on your situation, but as you can see, the Shell cards are all underwritten through WEX as well. So I wouldn't get the WEX cards unless you actually need the gas. Any of the WEX branded cards, only get it if you actually need the gas. But if you're just trying to get a trade line, build up credit, I would go after like a FleetCor, Fuelman, or 7-Eleven MasterCard. Definitely want to get the MasterCards. WEX doesn't offer that. Okay. So, okay, I think that's it. Oh, also with this card, I want to tell you one other feature you can get with it is you can book hotels with it. It's accepted at 95% of gas stations in the US. And you can get discounts and use it for like tires, hotels, book hotels with it. And it, so if you're traveling over the road, this would be a good one for like truck drivers, okay, or logistics company. This would be a decent card, okay, and it will help you build up your business credit on Dun and Bradstreet, okay. All right, now I saw one. How big of a? I'll go through the questions in a minute, but keep getting those questions come through, and I'll get to those in a moment. All right. All right. So, doesn't Citi have business gas card? Yes, I believe. Let me Google that real quick. I don't have a Citibank gas card because they want you to be in business for 3 years. But like they are the underwriter also for like Tractor Supply and a couple Home Depot, the corporate account. Um, let me see here. Let me see if this is the one that's underwritten through WEX or. Yeah, that's WEX. How I can tell is basically looking on the down at the bottom. It kind of shows. I just kind of scroll over it, and it will kind of tell me this is online services.secure.force credit application WEX BOCA. So I can tell the underwriter. You guys always want to make sure you focus on who the underwriter is. Sometimes you got to kind of look for that, but let me see here. And they might have changed actually. Let me see here. Because underwriters are always changing. Personal business. Yeah, it looks like they might have not have it anymore for this one actually. I'll have to double check about that. Yeah, these are all personal. Yeah, that's through Synchrony. Synchrony does a lot of the ones for personal. Let me go into questions here. Okay, Mike Sir, Senior, you have the years. Okay, good. You got the years. So you should be okay if there's the city ones. I'll do a new video probably by Monday, putting out nothing but Citibank trade lines. I'll do one also on Citibank, underwritten through Citibank, MSTS, WebBank, and Capital One, Blue, TARP, Trade Credit. These are all underwriters, and Synchrony. These are all the main underwriters. So if you have the years in, then you'll have a lot easier chance. Devon, what's up? What's up? Thanks for tuning in. Hey, Nicole. Long time no see, hey, Nicole. Yep, I'm back after about 7 months off due to my medical issues. But yeah, I'm back. Glad to be back, you guys. Okay. Raised to 11. I saw my Experian profiles are split. I think Equifax is too. Can I contact and combine your trade lines? Yes. So that's, I talked about that on yesterday's live. You might want to watch that replay. But yes, what you want to do is go to, let's see here. I had it here. Where is it at? I just had that up. businesscreditfacts.com. So if you need something updated, I wouldn't focus too much on Equifax, but if you need to get something updated with Experian, definitely make sure it's all correct and get your split profiles merged in together. It can be a quick or it can be a long process. Okay. So what you're going to do is hit like update your report, and it's going to ask you for your personal information. Right here, you can kind of see. I want to try to find something that's. I'll just use mine as example. As you can see here, Get Business Credit LLC, that's my business, says with trade lines. So a lot of times you'll see something where it'll say like, this is just an example, but it'll be like Get Business Credit, and then it won't have an LLC on it. And the address maybe will be a little different. It could say a suite number next to it or something, or the address would be a little bit different. But it could be the same address, or if you've changed addresses, that can happen as well. But then let's just use this example, say this is the same, okay? So if you see with trade lines on two different addresses and they're both yours or one was yours before, then you definitely want to get those trade lines that merged. So, and obviously you want to get them merged over to the most accurate one. So you want to do a dispute with that. Like I said, you want to do it here, update your report. Another thing you can do too, I would actually advise you to do not only submit it through their form on businesscreditfacts.com, but also go ahead and do a call their customer commercial relations at 888-211-0728 and talk to them as well, and email them, make it short to the point, exactly what the problem is. Ideally, you want to be able to have the BIN number for both accounts, but the only way you're really going to get that is if you have the membership with them. And it's $189 a year for each business, but if you use the smartbusinessreports.com/Brex, you can get it for like $94. Like it says here, $94.50. So it gives you 50% off. These are kind of pointless to get. I guess you could get, if on the other one, you could get a credit score report or Profile Plus report, but you might as well just get the one that's yearly. But you want to have that BIN number when you make the dispute. Where's it at? The BIN number, when you do the dispute, connect, basically just print off this page here, print this off, and then just kind of highlight or circle the BIN number, and don't make a long out thing, drawn out request. Just put it to the point that, hey, these are both my businesses, but they're reporting trade lines to different trade lines are being reported to two different BIN file numbers. That's the BIN number is a business identification number with it's just Experian alone. Okay. So that can happen and that can affect your business credit big time because say you have two different trade lines reporting to one address or a different bin number profile with Experian, and then you have the majority of them being reported to a different one. Well, whenever somebody runs your business credit, they're only seeing part of actually your payment history. How this happens a lot of times is a trade line being reported. Say you get Uline and you do copy and paste filling the form out or something like that, or you did one of those auto form fills and the address is wrong, or it could be your home address versus your business or your virtual office address. That's a lot of times what happens. So when Uline or that trade line submitting your payment history to every month to the Business Credit Bureau, if that doesn't match up, even if it's the same business, say LaSalle Medical, but if it's showing a different address that's being reported, say you have with the trade line, Uline, and then the bin file they actually have is say this a completely different address, then you're going to get two different, basically two different profiles. So it's something you really want to avoid. That's why with my one-on-one business credit mentorship um, that I do, that's why I watch people fill out the application. My mentee students, I watch them fill out the application because, like, I tell you, 50% of the time, that's what the problem is like they rush and fill out the address wrong, and that's either going to get you denied, or if you get approved, it's going to create a split file with Experian. Dun and Bradstreet, it's easier to fix, but when it comes to Experian, they're the best business credit bureau as far as the one you want to focus the most on, but they're also the hardest to get things fixed. Okay. All right, Anita. Yeah, I put it very clear. All my numbers, I have text numbers, and I don't want anybody to really call me because it's my personal cell phone. So if you guys want to text me, you can, but please just respect my privacy and everything. On just like today, I had like 10 people call me, and it's like, I don't want to hide my phone number, but just text me. You're going to get a response. If you just call me, I'm going to deny it. Um, I have a lot going on at all times. I'm always recording content and dealing with my students as well. So if you have a question, just feel free to, you're going to probably get the best response back if you just send me an email, support@joshvanhorn.com. Again, support@joshvanhorn.com. Or, you can text me. It's my personal cell phone, 937-423-9954. That's for one-on-one business credit mentorships. Um, and then if you're not already doing this, you should do it, because now that I'm back on track, my health is better and everything, my Parkinson's, I am putting out content. A lot of you guys can see in the last couple of days, I've done like 3 or 4 lives in the past like 5 days, and I put out a couple videos. So that's every week. It's going to get even more and more daily. You're going to see content from me, new content. So if you haven't already, text the word live, LIVE, to 844-747-0003. Again, that's text the word live to 844-747-0003. And then I kind of do a blast out to everybody when I put either new content or I go live, because even if you're a subscriber and all notifications are turned on, a lot of times YouTube, they don't notify everybody. We know they don't notify everybody because I have, about 37,000 subscribers. And, out of all those people, subscribers, you would think that, would have more than 30 people in the live. So definitely do that if you don't want to miss out on things, because over the next couple months, I'm going to show you how you can, how I was able to get all these cards in over $1.4 million in about 12 to 14 months of my business credit journey. And I've been doing this for like over 10 years. That's how I was able to get the American Express invite only Centurion Black card. Okay. So, all right, now let's get back into the comments here. So does ADB still report? That's one of the problems that they say they report, but I don't think they do, and they just kind of report whenever they want. So I wouldn't recommend ADB to anybody at this point. Now that might change in the future. I have to reach out to Dusher, the founder, and see what's been going on. Angelo D, thanks for tuning in. How big credit limit you may get? With the gas cards, it can be anywhere from like $500 up to like I've seen as high as like 10, 15,000. Especially if you start off and you get say 5 or 10,000, and they see that you're actually using it. That's how they make money, by giving you a higher limit. So like I went with my Fleet Core cards, all of them combined, I think I got almost $80,000 in credit limits because I was using them so much. The open end ones that got graduated, but they got graduated because I also used the gas up too. What's the best gas card to get with no PG? I would say this one, as long as you have a little bit of business credit build up. Or even if you don't, as long as you already have a business credit profile with Experian, and it's you have proper information here, like the key personnel, you as the CEO, the correct SIC and industry codes, phone number, all that information, and you have, I would say, been in business for a couple months. Ideally, you want to have like say Nav Prime link. I think I have in there. It'll get you 50% off. Sign up for Nav Prime, eCredible. Get that. You'll get 25 to 50% off. Those are 3 trade lines that you'll have immediately reported. 2 from Nav Prime, 1 from eCredible. Those will be reporting. That should be enough to get you guys started. Like I tell you, anybody looking to build up their business credit profile and they just started or they're starting now, get the Nav Prime. I can't stress that enough to you. You get 50% off using my link and my promo code. eCredible as well. You get, I think, 25% off. And that's going to get you 3 trade lines reported within a month. And that should open the door where you're able to get this approved. No problem. It should be no problem. As long as everything's structured right on your business credit profile and those are being reported, then you should have no problem getting like that's literally the foundation of building business credit is what I just told you there. And I'm going to do a separate video that is just a content video that's just about from the ground up. This is exactly what you need to do. I'll do that next week as well. But that's going to get you in the door. This one will get you in the door of business gas card. It's a no PG and it is underwritten through Synchrony. And it's a revolving, although I wouldn't revolve it because it is like 25 or 26% APR. So don't revolve it. You don't have to. They don't give you a super high limit though. It's typically like $1,000 to $3,000 monthly limit. But then that's going to get you opened up so you can get this one approved. And this was the auto approval. I've got like 4 of these with 4 different businesses of mine with almost no business credit built up at all. The average limit is $2,000 to or $1,500 to $3,000 is the average limit you're going to get with the JC Penney's commercial card, and you get like 30% off of what you see on the internet on JC Penney's website. But you have that. That's going to build up your interbanking relationship. It does not report to the business credit bureaus. However, the Conoco one underwritten through Synchrony does report to the business credit bureaus. Experian every week, every month on the first of the month, first week of each month. Then you can get the lows for pros. It's underwritten through Synchrony as well. And you get like net 55 days, and all Synchrony accounts are no PG. I mean, you can PG them, but there's no reason to PG any Synchrony accounts. Then this one was underwritten through Comenity. A lot of people said that it shut down. It didn't shut down. They just changed. Now it's underwritten through Synchrony. All right. So it was through Community Capital Bank. Now it's actually through Synchrony. So that's another one you could get, but don't get the Floor and Decor if it doesn't make sense for you. If you have no use for it, if you're in real estate or something and you can buy something there, then get it. But if you have no use for it, don't go after it, All right. I want to cover this one too tonight, you guys. I'll get back into the questions in a moment. Well, I'll get into those right now because I want to kind of go through this one at a time. We're covering gas cards. Anita says, you guys don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Yes, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. It's definitely helping the YouTube algorithm if you guys give me a thumbs up on the video and you guys stay and watch the video. The longer you stay, it shows YouTube that you're interested in my content. You know, they kind of penalized me for being gone for 7 months for my health issues. The algorithm kind of penalized me. So hang on one second. Guys, I'm gonna be right back. I just have to go to the bathroom real quick. Please don't leave. Just stay here. I'll be back in like 1 minute, okay? Okay, I'm back. Thank you guys for waiting there patiently. Sorry about that. Okay. So let me go through these. You guys have any other questions, put it in the live chat section, and then I'm going to jump over to a few other trade lines I was talking about, like Wayfair. These are all in OPG, by the way. What kind of experience score is Citibank looking for their gas cards? Mike Senior. So what they're kind of looking at is 3 years in business. I can tell you that off the bat. They don't really look so much at the score. Of course, you don't want bad, negative things, but they just want 3 years in business. So your profile, they're going to look at Experian. So your profile here is like date of incorporation. You want to have it be at least 3 years old. And I'll tell you, even I tried to apply like at 2 years and 11 months and I got denied. So they're very strict about that. They'll tell you to call, you call, and they're going to shut you down and tell you to PG it because it's very strict 3 years. I think if you just have a couple trade lines in 3 years, you should be able to get approved. I don't think they're looking at having a lot of trade lines, although that actually helps, but that's not what they're really looking at. They want to see that you've been in business for at least 3 years, that you're stable. Global Investor, thanks for stopping by. You got to go. Thank you for stopping by. Any tips on how to get 0% rate credit lines unsecured? Well, I mean, it depends when you want to pay back. I mean, if you want, like, say, 2 months or 3 months, then there's plenty of fintechs out there, but you need to have show business earnings already. So you need to show the fintechs connect through Plaid or FinCity. They connect to your business bank account to see your average daily balance, and then that's how you can get approved. That's going to be something I'm going to be covering next week because I really need to break it down and explain it to you guys. That's how, like, Divvy, Bill, a lot of the fintech companies, that's how they give you high limits based on what earnings you actually have coming in. Breast 211. This is exactly what I needed and exactly what happened. Yep, it's a very common occurrence. Okay, with a lot of people. That's why I think I'm the only one out here on YouTube actually preaching about this. You know, I listen to my viewers and I see exactly what happens, and it's unfortunate, but that's why I tell people I may be boring on the way that I explain things, and I don't get right to the point, but you know, everything I say, it's from experience. I've been the guinea pig, and I have so many students over the last couple of years that I've seen their mistakes, and I know exactly what people are doing, that how you can go around avoiding that. And I also understand all the underwriters. I've studied all the underwriters, you know. Experian business credit comments on my videos, and they only comment on mine. So I must be doing something right. I don't want to sound too arrogant or cocky, but it is the truth. I'm not doing this just to get views. I'm doing this to actually, I want to help you guys. I think that more people that are successful and start your own business, a lot of times you just need a helping hand when it comes to credit. If you have good business credit and you have this, you can be successful if you have these cards versus you can have a great business idea or a plan, but if you have no way to get like funding or helping hand to grow your business, then you're not gonna. Sometimes you're not gonna be successful. So unfortunately, that's just the way it is. So I really want to help you guys achieve that. I have a lot of people over the last like 3 years that have thanked me, and I don't need a thanks at all, but they literally took my advice and they turned their business into a brand new business into multi-million-dollar businesses. We've got over like $10 million in funding just through one source. If you count all the approvals that I've helped people get, is probably 30-40 million dollars. So let's see here. What type of tall guide? Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. What type of limit can you get with gas card if I PG with 800 credit score? Honestly, I mean, you could probably get as much as you need within reason. You can get 10, 20,000 if you PG, but I don't know why I wouldn't PG unless you actually have to. And what type of business are you in? So I would try to get one of the MasterCard that would graduate into a regular card. Demon, so what's a good way to get a business address, a smaller city, if you don't want to use your own home address? I would say Opus. Um, Hang on, I think I skipped a couple here. Ash said, any high limit soft pull business credit cards? I think the FMBO is still a soft pull. I believe the FMBO. I have it here somewhere. Oh, it's not. It's not a yet. So you got this one, but there's a business version of it. I think it's still a soft pull. I could be wrong. They might have changed that. But you could also go with the the Capital on Tap card. That one you either pay back 10% per month, or pay it back in full, or you pay back a minimum 10%. They are going to do a soft pull on your business. I mean, on your personal experience. Um, and you should have a better chance getting it because on the back of the card it says that it says on the back it says issued by WebBank. That's not necessarily the underwriter per se. We don't know exactly who the underwriter is. It could be part of WebBank, but the card is actually issued under the license of the Visa license is issued under WebBank. So if you have the Dell business credit that you got that approved, then that's underwritten through a web bank. So you might have a better chance on that. But they will look at your personal credit. That's it, but it's a soft pull. Okay, it's not a hard pull. It's a soft pull, and credit limit. It's kind of going to be based. I've seen as low as 500. Kind of average, I'd say it's like 3 to 8,000, somewhere in that ballpark. But I'll be doing videos on that. That's why I want you guys to make sure that you don't forget to subscribe on my not only just the YouTube channel, but text the word live to 844-747-0003 so you guys get alerted when I go live and I drop the new content. Because I tell you, the content, the questions you guys are asking right now, you guys are asking a lot of great questions, and I appreciate that. And these questions would be good for, not just what you're asking, but so many others are interested in this as well. So like this one, any high limit soft pull business credit cards. So I'm doing research on that. I just don't want to put out 100% information until I can give you guys 100% certainty on all that. So I'll make a video in the near future, in the next probably 1 or 2 weeks, that will have like a breakdown of like 10 different ones, and I'll break down each card and the perks on that. But another high limit business credit card you can get is the Sam's Club no PG Business Mastercard, because they're not pulling your personal credit at all. But you want to have good Experian business credit profile already built up, like at least 5 trade lines. And ideally, you want to already have the lows for pros and either or Synchrony or Floor & Decor or the Conoco 76, Phillips 66. If you already have that, then and you have some history with Synchrony, I'd say at least 3 months, then you're probably going to be able to get anywhere from like 3,500 to 15,000 with Sam's Club No PG Business Mastercard. And that can be used for anything. I already answered that one. Okay, for this one, I would say you go through Opus. Get Opus, and you get a discount too if you use mine. I don't have the link, I think right here. Let me look. Yeah, I don't have the link on that, but Devin, you got my information. Shoot me a text or better email, and I'll get you the link and the promo code discount, and you can sign up for that. We'll get you, I think, $100 off or something. That's what I signed up with one with them. But you get a phone number, you get a new business virtual phone number where a secretary actually will answer it, like a switchboard. A live person will answer it Monday through Friday, business hours, and then you can tell them to like forward it to your cell phone, any calls, or have them transfer it to your voicemail with them, and then they handle your mail, forwarding and scanning, opening, all that, and then you have a actual premium business office as well. Don't get iPostal addresses, and do not get any like any cheap addresses, because if you get like a UPS store or mailbox etc store like that, a mailbox or PO box, you're not going to get approved. It's major red flags, so it's not good to do that. You want to get an actual like business office, virtual office, that's something like a premium location that Opus has. Opus has it for like I think it's like $100 a month for everything, and that helps you build up your business credit. That monthly payment you can get reported to Equifax, Credit Safe, and even Dun and Bradstreet. And it counts technically as a lease too. Anita, I would suggest if you are looking for a high limit credit card, look at credit unions have business accounts that build up a relationship. Yes, Anita. I'm going to be covering that too here definitely by next week. It'll be this month for sure. I'm going to be covering. I've been talking about yesterday's live, and like 2 days ago, I talked about that exact topic. It's like Navy Federal. I think I have about 120,000 with Navy Federal across 3 personal and 1 business card with them. So, and I started off with like $1,000 secured card several years ago. And I just like studied and built up a relationship with them. And I actually have like so many credit union accounts. I would say like 8 different credit union accounts I have personally. Some business, some personal, but you have to have personal with all credit unions before you can get into the business side. That's why you guys definitely want to, make sure you're already subscribed, but make sure you text that word live text the word live to 844-747-0003. I know you guys probably annoyed me keep saying that, but I'm saying it because I don't want you guys to miss the upcoming videos that I have coming out. They take a lot of time for me to actually prep for, research, and put out the information. I hate to see when there's only like 100 to 200 reviews for a video that I spent 8 hours working on. And it's good information. I mean, you guys can just look at my older videos that got 50, 60,000 views, and you can see the comments. A lot of my videos, you can see everyone, 80% of people get approved based on following my directions. People that, want to say no, that's they missed something or they didn't follow my directions. They were trying to take the easy or quick way out. It's a process. But you can still do it fast. I mean, I would say, this many cards, business cards, in the first 6 months of new business that I did with you guys on Get Business Credit on this channel. I walked you guys through and did a lot of it live. So you can see it. The proof is in the pudding. Not like some of these other YouTubers that just like tell you, oh, apply for this or that to get a business trade line, but they can't show you the card and they just like BS about it and they have no experience on it. Do research. That's most important. But I do the research for you guys. Is BP a net 30? Yes. They can give you like net 14, net 21, net 30. But typically, depending on, you'll know what it is right away. But FleetCor, how it works is like they give you, say, a net 14 or a net 21, and then you have 14 days to pay. So yes, it could be like 28 days, 30 days, 45 days even. That one suggestion is, yeah, Gregory King, exactly. Opus Virtual Office. Tall Guy Dom, I love your content, bro. Keep it up. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, Tall Guy. Appreciate that so much. Okay, you're in logistics. So yeah, gas cards would be right up your alley. So I would get no more than like 2 under the same underwriter, especially if you can use a lot of gas. I don't know what type of operation, how big your operations are, but I think at one point in time I had almost like 80,000 worth of gas cards. I closed them pretty quick. Some of them I closed pretty quick because I didn't need them. And if you don't use the whole limit, if they see a repeat of that, say for like 6 months, and say $10,000 limit, they could lower your limit to depending on your situation. So as long as you're using it, do what makes sense best for you, of course. But there's plenty of options out there for gas cards, business gas cards. But I definitely wouldn't do it when it comes to PGing any gas cards unless you have to. If you have the money coming in, you can show that. There's plenty of fintech companies that are like CostPay. That's a good option. The email address, it's actually scrolling at the bottom. It's support@joshvanhorn.com. So again, support@joshvanhorn.com. They include everything you need for, Gregory says they include everything. Report monthly faithfully. Yes, I've been a partner with them. I think I've sent over like 500 people to Opus. I have one account with them as well. Everton, what's up? I think we're Facebook friends, if I'm not mistaken. Names looks familiar. Should I not use a home address? Depends what type of business you're in, but I would try to avoid that if possible. You want to kind of separate that, because once you get bigger into business credit, if you're just starting off and you're trying to get, say, your end goal is to get a lot of high limit business cards or revolving lines or draw lines, business draw lines, equipment leasing, whatever it may be. If you want to get a good mix of things, increase your chances of everything, then you want to have an address separate than your home address, because on some applications it's going to ask for the CEO's home address. and then it's going to ask for your business address. So sometimes you can get denied. There is a lot of home-based businesses, but depending on the underwriter, they sometimes can be, you know, kind of frown upon those that they just kind of think that, oh, it must be a very small business if they don't have their own location. But some of that's changed since COVID because a lot of people are working out of their house. But um, it just depends what type of business you're in. Um, so, but if you can afford the, I think $50 or $100 a month, I would get the Opus plan. It gives you everything you need: your phone number, um, fax, and then you get the basically a person that will answer the calls for you. You can tell them what to do, and they handle your mail, everything. Brass 211, you are not boring. You are very informative. Not cocky at all. I'm always interested in your videos. Thank you, Brez. Appreciate the support. I love when you guys tell me things like this. It really, you know, it's one of the reasons I actually have a smile on my face and like doing this, because I just like helping people so much. You know, especially on things that I actually know. Like, the back of my head, back of my hand, I know exactly any of this stuff. I know the underwriters, a lot of things that people don't even pay attention to. I already know, on the underwriters. That's how I was able to, I don't want to say like cheat anybody. I didn't cheat anybody, but I kind of cracked the code per se on business credit by understanding what each underwriter looks for. And there's nothing illegal with that. It's just a lot of people don't take the time to understand it. Every underwriter has different requirements. They use different business credit bureaus, and some actually are, just like personal credit cards. Some credit unions or banks are inquiry sensitive, some are not, new account sensitive. It's kind of like that. But on business credit, some pull through Dun& Bradstreet, some pull through Experian, some do both of them, and I've kind of studied that with my own experience and with my students for the one-on-one business credit mentorship, where we've applied for different ones, and I've seen the denials and I've seen why the reasons are, and requested through the underwriters, hey, can you give me a reason why? So I've really tried to understand all of them. Sorry, 1 minute, you guys. I forgot. I should have took my medicine an hour ago. Hey, Nicole says, NAV is best to check business credit profile health. Yeah, the NAV Prime. If you're just starting off, definitely get the NAV Prime. And even if you're already established, get NAV Prime. It's like, I can't stress it enough. Get NAV Prime. And the link is in the description below. Use my link, you get 50% off. Use my link, it helps support the channel. But I'm the only one that can offer you guys any discount. Any other YouTuber, they may have you use their link, but it doesn't give you any discount. They may say it gives you discount, but it doesn't. I actually give you a promo code GBC50. You get 50% off. I lowered my earnings with NAV by giving you guys the 50% off. And I send like literally, I think over 1,500 people to sign up for NAV over the last couple of years. So me and Nav have a very good, close relationship. We talk weekly. My rep over there. Best credit card options if you have a low business account balance. Capital on Tap would be good to get. See, you want to stay away from, if you have low amount of earnings or money in your business bank account, then you want to stay away from the fintechs, because the fintechs, that's 90% of their approval is based basically on your business earnings. Capital on Tap, it doesn't, when I applied and I got cards, it doesn't apply. They don't connect to your business bank account. So Capital on Tap would be one, and then traditional cards as well. Yeah, so stay away from fintechs if you have like no business money coming in. And I'll be making, like I said, videos here very soon on all these questions. What I do, what my little brother actually does. He's here in my studio, in the other room. What he does is I have him put in a spreadsheet all these questions that you guys are asking on the replay. He'll put them in there and then highlight if I should make a video about them. So like these type of questions are important for me to make future content about these questions, and kind of be a compilation of like say top 5 business credit cards for no business income coming in or very low business earnings coming in. These are the ones that I'd recommend to get. And then say the top 5 business credit cards if you have good amount of business income coming in. Because if you have decent amount of business income coming in, then with the fintechs you can get like the sky's almost the limit. Like with Divvy, I was able to get like 150,000 approval. Um, I would say almost 300,000 I got on fintech cards just because I had, I think, average 20, 30,000 in the bank. Todd says, how do I make sure I'm not personally guaranteed when asked for my social? Okay, so anything that's a gas card or anything that is a MasterCard credit card, they are going to ask you for your social, and that's not because you're necessarily personal guaranteeing it. That's because um, it's part of the 9/11 Patriot Act. They want to know who's buying whatever it is, so you have to do that. Now, make sure if you're unsure about that, just freeze everything, all your business or all your personal credit bureaus, freeze them. Most of them are always going to pull Experian personal. So just freeze them. And then you can always reach out to the underwriter and say, hey, is this personal guaranteeing? But don't just like be so blunt about that because then they might think that you're trying to screw them over or whatever. Um, Maybe ask some other questions to them first and then kind of slowly get into that question. Um, just say something like the fact that you don't want anything affecting your debt to income ratio, or you don't want any hard pulls because you might be buying a house soon. It's really none of their business, but those are just examples you can do. Ask them. But you're going to have to provide your social anyways. People shouldn't be scared to do that. Just make sure that you lock your personal credit bureau accounts, lock them. So um, I wouldn't necessarily do a credit freeze, just do a lock. So then the say credit agency, or not credit agency, but the credit card or underwriter, if they really need your personal guarantee, they're going to contact you and tell you, hey, unfreeze your Experian or unfreeze your Equifax. And then you can talk to them at that point and explain and make your decision if you want a personal guarantee or if it's going to be just a soft pull. You guys always need to read the small fine print too. A lot of people just hit submit. Read the small print, like terms and conditions, and you can do like a control on the application, control C, I believe it is, and you can search for the word type personal, and it'll highlight if there's like a personal guarantee, or just search guarantee. Or just read it. Take the time, like I do. I read all the small fine print that will tell you if you're going to have to personal guarantee, because some of them they may not want to tell you that you have to personal guarantee, or it could be tricky where some do require you to personal guarantee for some accounts. Like if you don't have a strong business credit profile, they can make you personal guarantee. But like in my case, I had strong business credit profile. I'm not going to mention who it was, but it was a fintech company. They don't personal make you personal guarantee everybody. I didn't have to personal guarantee mine, but other people have to personal guarantee. So you just kind of have to read their verbiage and language and the terms and conditions before you hit submit and accept the offer or use the card. Um, before they pull your credit. You might want to check that out because there's just too many to name. That's why you need to search if you have an underwriter in mind or a credit account in mind. Um, 9 out of 10 times, I already have a video out about it, and actually, usually multiple videos on each underwriter or each credit account. Family channel. This may be a dumb question. Hey, there is no dumb questions on Get Business Credit. Well, I mean, there could be if you're not asking something related to business credit and you're just trying to spam or troll, but there is no dumb questions when it comes to credit and personal finance or business finance. This may be a dumb question, but like, how do you keep all of those different accounts funded and keep track of how you use them? That's why I've said, that's a good question, but I've talked about this before in the past. Uh, this is only half of the cards, but how I keep track of all of them is on um, Excel file spreadsheet. All right, Google Sheets is what I use, and I don't use all of them anymore. Most of them, what I do is I just use them for the first couple months. Keep in mind, you guys, I was a guinea pig. Okay, I only used ones that actually could benefit me for my other businesses. So, like, I have an Amazon FBA business, so I buy stuff on e-commerce, say from China, and then ship it into Amazon and then sell on Amazon. And then I would get those earnings, say like every 2 weeks, I would get the sales earnings from that, pay back the credit card, keep the profit. Just rinse and repeat, and it works out very good. You know, you can literally something like that. You could take, even if you have no money, if you got worked up to where I got, started with only a couple $1,000 and got a secured business gas card, I think Universal Premium, got in that good interbanking relationship with FleetCor, and got up to, like, say, I think 80,000 with them, I believe. And they were open unlocked cards. And I was able to use those to buy merchandise, buy, um, e-commerce stuff to sell on my Amazon FBA. Of course, it didn't happen overnight. It took like 3 to 6 months to make that happen, but I was able to start with a couple $1,000s and then go from um, making just kind of breaking even because I was just getting into the Amazon FBA. And then after about 3 to 6 months, I was able to pretty much be profiting 5,000 a month just on autopilot with only a couple hours per week um, maintaining it. And I'll get deposits in my bank, and then use that, pay off a card. And as soon as you pay it off, even if it's not due, this is what I did a lot actually. Like, say for Fuel Man, what I would do is I would say use, I think 18,000 I had was the max limit I had. No, 25,000. Started off like 9,500 and then got it up to, like, they did their own increases without even telling me. I would just log into my account and be like, 12,000, 14,000, 18,000, 25,000, because I was using it. I was almost maxing it out, but I was always paying it back, like, use it, and then a week later, like, max it out, and then 1 or 2 weeks later, pay it back in full, and then I can reuse it. Just, after like 24 hours, it clears, and then that limit comes available again. So, like, FleetCor, they love me. So I was basically able to use other people's money for my other business and, say, take 50,000 on these cards. Just say I'm using that as an example. It could have been a little bit more or less, but take 50,000 and turn that into a $5,000 to $10,000 profit in a matter of a couple weeks time. You know, and of course, I hired some virtual assistant people as well to kind of help me. That was off of like Upwork. Um, And then I also have a secretary too. When you need that kind of with this many cards, especially my personal cards. I have like 12 American Express cards. But yeah, everything was on Excel, um, Google Sheets. I don't use all of them anymore. I use them all for about maybe 3 months, 4 months. And then like once every 6 months, I'll use it. And that just kind of keeps the reporting going. But yes, don't do what I did. Don't get 130 cards like I got. I wouldn't suggest anybody doing that. Doesn't matter how good what you get offered. Only get stuff that you can actually use. or just close the business accounts that you get that you don't need anymore, and just those are just like building blocks to build the foundation to get to the cards that you actually can utilize and need. Tall guy dumb says, last question. If I'm making 25K a month in revenue, how much on a business loan would be possible to qualify for? Well, you could actually go through uh, Tall guy dumb, send me an email for sure, or send me a text at 937-423-9954. We can probably get you, because I have partners that go through that, affiliate partners, but underwriters that would be able to get you probably, if you're showing 25, you can probably get somewhere in between 80 to 130,000. As long as you have that been consistent for 3 months. And if it's not consistent, that's okay. That's just going to affect the amount. But you can take out, say, a couple of different loans through different underwriters, and you could get probably 100 to 200,000. Just depends on your situation. It's kind of an open-ended question. That's why it'd be best if you shoot me an email or just send me a text, 937-423-9954. I'll point you in the right direction, and it's going to be literally, it's not going to be a hard pull on your personal credit. It's going to be basically just doing a soft pull at the most. They're going to just basically base it off your bank statements, an average daily balance. Silverman Fox, what's the cost for a consult with you? I don't really do consults because I don't like charging for like 15, 30 minutes of my time, although I probably should, but I just don't feel I don't like charging people for like just a little bit of my time, even though I am quite busy and everything. But if it's like a 15-minute free consultation, I'll do this for free. Just send me a text. Don't call me. Send me a text, and I'll get back to you when I'm able to talk to you. I do charge for the one-on-one business credit mentorship that gets you 1 to 2 hours per week with me on the phone, and we get on like Zoom and we walk through business credit applications. I'll tell you which ones, based on your situation and your needs, which ones I think you're gonna have the higher chance to get approved for. And that goes for 4 weeks long. I charge $1,000 for that. So you basically get it for, and email and text, we talk quite a bit, almost like 2 to 3 times a week. And then on phone, we do it once a week. Okay, so hopefully that answered your question. Anita Moore says, come on, yo, Josh needs more hits. Hit the like button. Yeah, you guys please hit the like button if you haven't already. And just if those that are just coming in here, please text the word live. Again, text the word live to 844-747-0003 so you get alerted whenever I go live or I drop new videos. You guys don't want to miss all the new videos I do have coming out. So it'd be really good videos too. Best ones that I've done yet. $7 need help opening an account with Tilful. I want to get business good. Tilful is now part of Nav Prime. So Nav actually bought Tilful. So and they don't have a secured card. Nav Prime converted the Tilful. They bought them, took them over, or whatever, and now it's Nav Prime. That's why I said you get 2 trade lines. You get the Nav like Business Boost essentially, and then you get the old Tilful card, which is not a credit builder. It's a net 1-day account card. So basically, whatever you charge today, tomorrow it's going to be taken out of your bank account. So yes, it's a credit line, but it's kind of like a debit card, business debit card. The thing of it is you got like 24 hours or so essentially to pay back, and it's going to help you build up your business credit. So you get 2 trade lines. There's no credit check for that. It's solely based on your business. And they can come back with a very low, like a $500 limit. And that's fine. It's just to help you. So, yeah, use my link when you sign up for the Nav or the secured card. It's not really a secured card, like I said. Use my link and you get 50% off. And use the promo code. It's in the description below. Just check that out if you guys are interested. Oh no. Great to see you again. What happened to the Walmart business card? Yeah, I got it here. Somewhere here. Somewhere here. Too many cards, as I said, you guys. Way too many cards. Why I try to grab the cards whenever you guys bring up a card is I want you guys to see that it's like I actually have the card. So yeah, that's the Walmart business commercial card. They don't have it anymore, but I haven't checked recently. It is underwritten through Capital One Blue Tarp trade credit. I think mine was 6,000 and now it's like 9,000. It can only be used at the store at Walmart, but I'll have to check. You have a question here, so this is going to go for further research. I don't know that. There's too many cards out there. I will check and see if they've got a new underwriter. A lot of times, like things can happen. Like Community was the underwriter for Floor and Decor, and then they didn't have any for about a month. They shut everything down, and then Synchrony came in and took over the accounts. So I'll check and see if that happened. Synchrony is always trying to get new business, obviously. Um, yeah, I think they have a secured card. Most all banks have secured business. I don't want to say secured business cards because not all of them do, but a lot of banks have the secured business cards. But there is ones out there that are pointless to get because they are showing up on your personal credit sometimes or both. So the ones you want to try to get are ones that are only reporting the business credit and they don't affect your personal credit at all. You know, sometimes it's not even worth taking a ding for a hard inquiry for a secured card, for hard inquiry in your personal. Inquiries don't really matter when it comes to business credit. Okay. Get you guys' final questions in. I'm going to cover this one real quick. This is one issued just like the Walmart card, but it's Capital One. You need to start up with wayfair.com / professional hyphen financing. Make an account. It's free to make an account. Fill out all your proper information. And then don't apply for a Flex account, the Net 60. Don't do it because that's made for big companies. So you're probably not going to get approved for that. Although it seems backwards, but that's just the way it is. Big companies actually pay more than Net 60. This is a revolving. You can hit apply. It is no PG. Let me see here. Yeah, it's not. I think it's because I'm geolocated. Let me see here. No, I'm not. So it's self-explanatory. First name, middle name, last name. So that's your personal information. And they're also going to be pulling Experian and Dun & Bradstreet. Business type, self-explanatory. Make sure this is exactly what's listed on your Dun & Bradstreet and your Experian business credit. Okay. Request a credit limit. Whenever there's any applications that ask for request a credit limit, one thing that can get you denied is being too greedy. So don't ask for something too high, like 10, 20,000. Don't really do that unless you really can justify asking for that much. But also don't put $500 because the service account, a lot of times it's not worth the financial institutions time to service an account. That's only going to be $500. The amount that they can make off that is minimal. So kind of be in the middle ballpark, 1,500 or 3,000. That's kind of a good rule of thumb to start off with. So I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory by this. It's not going to have you personally guarantee this. If they do, they're going to ask you they'll come back and ask you to personal guarantee. But if I'm not mistaken, I got approved for this one for 6,600, I believe, and I haven't really used it at all. But here somewhere here. No, actually, I think that's in Ohio. But yeah, this one is either going to be an approval or denial. Same with like Menards business credit. That one's Menards, underwritten through Capital One. That's what I'm going to do, you guys. I'm going to make a future videos like I did back in like 2020, where I did like a video, standalone video about Synchrony underwriting trade lines, and then like Capital One, Blue Tarp, MSTS. MSTS is going to be your Best Buy in Alabama, Crutchfield, um, Community. There's community ones, Web Bank. So I'm gonna make a video. Citibank. I'll make a video of the trade lines for each underwriter. If you guys watch those, you guys will have much better understanding how I was able to get approved for everything that I do have, instead of just like looking at the brand. Look at the underwriter and see what underwriters, what accounts they have. You know, you're gonna, if you just pay attention, you'll understand how I was able to get approved for so much. You know. Okay, Family Channel. What's the difference between Tomo Boost and Stellarify? I don't know. I've heard of both. Tomo, I think I got that a long time ago. It wasn't Boost. It was like Tomo Card, I believe. But I keep on seeing emails about that from other people asking about Tomo Boost. I will do research on that. I suggest you guys also to check out the video that I dropped right before this live, and it is the Dell Business Credit $30,000 approval. That one, I know I've talked about it a little bit in the lives the last couple days, but definitely try to get this account because it's no PG and it's a very short, quick application. It's super short. I mean, that's all they're asking. They're not asking for anything else, just that little amount of information, you know? So, watch that video. Just check it out. I think you can just go to my channel and then you'll see that's the last video I dropped before this live. Anita, bye bye. Thanks for tuning in. Stellarify down. Yeah, that's why if I don't know something, I don't really put out content about it. And especially if it's a thumbs down, there's other ones out there that if you don't see me really talking about it, it's either I don't know anything about it, or I don't know enough about it, or things have changed, or I don't like to promote them because I don't like their thumbs down, you know. But Stellarify, I don't have any background on them at all. Anyways, let's see here. Res 211. What trade lines do you recommend just for Experian? I see a lot of vendors not reporting them anymore. Well, it's not that they don't report to them anymore. A lot of vendors never reported to them because Experian requires you to have a 500 minimum of 500 clients, customers in your credit files. So they need 500 different ones that are, that they offer credit. So 500 different individual businesses, and then they have to be accepted by Experian, and you have to have a certain software that integrates with Experian's data. So, and that software licenses are like Sage Mass 90. It's not like QuickBooks or anything like that. And those licenses sometimes are like $30,000 to $50,000. So a lot of businesses, the smaller businesses, they can't justify reporting to Experian for something that's going to cost them. Essentially, it's free to report. It's just the prerequisites that you need to have things set up to even get accepted into Experian. So, and similar thing goes for Dun & Bradstreet, but Dun & Bradstreet can be easily manipulated. Experian can't. And so that's why there's a lot of them that report to Credit Safe because that's easy to do. They don't require anything. And then same with Equifax. Okay. So that's the reasoning behind that. As far as what trade lines, I kind of covered that. All Synchrony accounts, they report to, I don't want to say all because JCPenney says Synchrony, it doesn't. But 4 different Synchrony ones, they report to Experian. Pretty much all, you got Nav Prime, both of those report to Synchrony. Report to Experian. Then your eCredible reports to Experian. So what's that? That's like 8 or 7 or 8 right there. And then All the Fuel Man or Fleet Core gas cards, those all report to Experian. So that's like 10 right there. There's not too many basic trade lines that report to Experian. That's like your Summa Office Supplies, Shirtsy, like ones like that. They're not going to report. But Uline does. Uline's an easy one to get. That one reports. They all kind of report like clockwork the first week of every month. That's when all of them they merge into these files. And you can get reported too if it's in the Small Business Financial Exchange. Um, those are lender custodian files. Those get actually pulled from Experian every month. So that could be like any American Express business cards, some fintech cards. Capital on Tap, they report to Experian as well. But these are all great questions. All great questions. You guys, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end it. Let me cover a little bit more real quick on this, and then I'm gonna show you what you guys are gonna look forward to next. Um, so just to recap real quick, if you guys are interested in one-on-one business credit mentorship, I got probably 1 or 2 spots left. It starts tomorrow, but you don't need to start tomorrow. You just need to start within the next 7 days. It is about $1,000, and you get 1 to 2 hours a week with me for 4 weeks. I got 1 or 2 spots, I think 2 spots available. You just send me a text, 937-423-9954, and just put in the text that you're interested in mentorship. And then it's not just because you have the money and you want to sign up, doesn't mean I'm definitely going to accept you. I'm going to ask you basically some questions ahead of time and see if it's a good fit, because not everybody is a good fit for my business credit one-on-one mentorship. I'll tell you, if I don't think that it's valuable for you and I can't help you achieve your goal, short term and long term, then I'm not going to kind of have you sign up. What I would have you do is I'll tell you free advice and tell you what you can do to prepare yourself better. Okay. And I'll also give anybody like the free 15-minute consultation. I just don't know when, but just still, you can text me. Don't call me. Text me 937-423-9954 and just put like a free consult. And then I'll get back to you, and then we'll hopefully be able to schedule a 15-minute consultation within the next couple days. Okay. And then let's see here. Then, like I said, if anybody's in here and they haven't already done this, please do it. Text the word live, LIVE, to 844-747-0003. So you get alerted whenever I go live the next time, or whenever I drop some of these new no PG business fintech accounts here the next week or two. And like I said, I'm going to be teaching you guys to get what I did, basically a mastermind course, and it's free. I'm going to kind of break it down over the next, like a business credit workshop I'm going to be doing over the next, I'm going to start in early November. So you want to get in now on it. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. You don't need to sign up, but it would be helpful so you don't miss any of them. I'm going to be doing once a week live, and it's going to be a structured live, like webinar. Just text the word live to 844-747-0003. And you don't have to, but that will just get you alerted to let you know when I'm going to be doing those. And yes, family channel, I'm going to do that, organize things better for you guys based on the underwriters. I'll be covering also some how to get in good with Navy Federal, how to get in good with American Express. American Express, I have a very good relationship with them. I have almost every card they offer. Sky Miles, Blue Cash, Black and White card, Marriott Bonvoy, Platinum, Delta. I have them all. Too many, you guys. I don't. Plum, green card. I got them all, you guys. Again, you don't want to get in too much debt and get out of control, because that's easy to do. You have to be very disciplined about business credit and personal credit. So be smart about it. Just because you have it available doesn't mean you need to use it. Use it smart. but it does open up doors to have a little bit more peace of mind, to be able to sleep at night better, a little bit more freedom as long as you do it discipline and you have actual plan on how you're gonna utilize it and put everything to work for you and use OPM, other people's money, to make you rich. You know, the rich, they get rich by using other people's money. Okay. So, yeah. Bigger King said can't afford a one-time payment. It's okay. I mean, I just have to charge that, and actually, that doesn't go to me. That actually goes to the Michael J. Fox Foundation on Parkinson's research. You know, that's why I charge that. You know, and I only do it like once or twice a year. I understand if you can't afford it, it's fine. Um, you know, you can still get just as much information from me here. It's not like I'm hold back anything on mentorship versus here. It's specialized based on just you and your current situation. That's what the mentorship's for. So, anyways, with all that being said, you guys, please do me one more favor. If you haven't done already, subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, but please give the video a thumbs up. It helps the channel, with the YouTube algorithm. I've been away. Now I'm back. I've been away for my Parkinson's medical issues for about 7 months. So we're trying to get YouTube to understand that I'm back, so they start pushing my content back out there again. Okay. With all that being said, you guys take care. I might come in tomorrow night and around the same time and do another live. We'll see. I know I have a mentorship call about 6 p.m. tomorrow with one of the students of mine. So I might do a live tomorrow. If not, maybe Sunday or Monday for sure. Okay. Again, you guys, if you're interested in mentorship or more information or consult, just shoot me a text at 937-423-9954. With all that being said, you guys, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate each and every one of you guys showing me the support. That's why I keep doing this, because of you guys. All right. Bye bye, you guys.